Christmas, all the things, even the Christmas tree, Santa Claus, all the things are adopted from pagan worships.
Verse in Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 2 to 4. Let me read to you. Thus says Jehovah, do not learn the way of the nations, and do not be terrified by the signs of the heavens, although the nations are terrified by them. For the customs of the peoples are vanity, because their God is a tree cut down from the forest, the work of the hands of a craftsman with an axe. He adorns it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers so that it cannot totter. Is this verse very clear? It talks about what? The Christmas tree.
Might not be pagan, but Scripture clearly condemns such practices. I mean, look at Jeremiah 10, verses 2 to 4. The argument then is that this is God forbidding decorating a Christmas tree, so doing so is a sin which Scripture and God condemns. The problem is that this verse, when placed in the context of what Jeremiah is actually talking about, completely debunks it. What Jeremiah is talking about is a craftsman who is cutting down a tree and carving a graven idol out of the wood. The very next verse mockingly compares what is being done by these pagans with a scarecrow. In other words, just as a scarecrow is a mock representation of a person to scare away birds in a field, but cannot move, talk, or has no life in and of itself, neither does the wooden idol being made by the craftsman. The verse specifically mocks these wooden figures' lack of ability to speak or walk. Why? Because they're being carved with mouths and feet, yet they're still a piece of lifeless wood. This wouldn't make any sense if what is being talked about in context looked like a tree. And that's besides the point that it would make no sense for God to be telling the ancient Israelites to avoid making Christmas trees, which wouldn't be done for thousands of years in the future, and thus have no understandable application for Jeremiah's immediate audience.